Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our special guest for today, the smart guy on the team, our starting safety, number 10 on the field, Patrick Fields. What up, Pat?
What's going on, man?
Glad you could join us. So, roomies. Oh yeah, I forgot to
Yep.
mention that. Sooner Nation, Brayden and Patrick, are y'all still roommates?
Nah, not no more.
Not currently. Yeah,
Yeah.
not currently.
I heard y'all got like roommate beef. Pat, you can't stay clean, huh?
Yeah, Pat used to leave the dishes in the sink, man. I couldn't tolerate it anymore, so I had to kick him out, bro.
Yeah, man. B Will made me leave, man.
Pat,
nah,
I heard
nah.
you a messy dude, bro. I heard you a messy dude, which is weird, bro, because our lockers are right next to each other. So are you actually messy at home?
Yeah, man. You know I'm lazy, sluggish type of guy, man. Never clean up after myself.
Oh boy,
Nah, man. In all reality, Sooner Nation, Pat is a great roommate. The only reason he left is because he went to go stay with some family, So I can understand that. Family comes first, obviously. And but no, he was a great roommate. We've been roommates since we were freshmen. So yeah, it's my dog. And
Yes.
so
no, he's
Pat,
not messy. He's not messy. Just
yeah,
have to put that out there.
yeah, brother, we just giving you a hard time. But Pat, man, the show is about you. Like Jaden Hazelwood said before, it's about him. So now it's about you. So, bro, the people know you're a two-time captain. This is your second year on the team as a captain. uh you're getting your master's and your bachelor's at the same time in accounting. You'll be done with that this December. You have this 3.8 GPA, 3.9, and now you have been awarded a finalist for the William Campbell Trophy, awarded to the absolute best scholar athlete in the country. Talk to me about how you've gone from a freshman to a leader, a captain, a senior, all of that good stuff.
Man, like the process has been crazy. The journey's been crazy, and like for all of us, we're all guys who didn't really play much as freshmen. Kind of had to come in, earn our way through, put our head down, and work. And I feel like it's just a testament to like everything that I've been able to do, here in my career at OU. And I think in terms of like being a leader and things like that, I think it's always kind of been in me, going back to high school and going back to middle school. I've always kind of been captain of my teams and things like that. So I think it's something that's always kind of came natural to me. It's just been a matter of like, waiting for my time and the opportunity, for me to step into those different roles and positions here at OU. And, whenever I've stepped into them, I've just done everything I could to, thrive at them and do it to the maximum of my ability. And I think, here at OU, we just got so many great resources from, our athletic directors to our coaches. We have coaches that have played in the NFL, such as Coach Murray, who just give awesome perspective on what it's like being a professional in the NFL. And that way, I can kind of like take those tips and those skills and reminders and implement them here, at a college level, which just helps me be a better leader and a better teammate for everybody.
For sure. For sure. So you've had a number of roles, not only on the field, but off the field as well. That's the stuff I really admire. So talk to me about, or talk to Sooner Nation, let them know about the D1 oversight community for the NCAA, that you did, what, 2019, 2020?
Yup.
Can you talk about what all that included?
So basically, that was a committee comprised of commissioners, athletic directors, a couple head coaches from Power Five to FCS, and last year was the biggest year in terms of kind of like implementing change with COVID and everything going on. So like last year, we spent a lot of our time kind of talking and discussing how can we find ways for student athletes to connect with their coaches while we're at home and we're in quarantine. So that's how we got around to the creation of, creating like the Zoom meetings and position meetings over Zoom, being able to spend time with our coaches that way, being able to like send them video and tape of us working out. So a lot of it was just, me giving them, my perspective as a student athlete, kind of like helping them realize and understand, what we need to be at the best and the top of our game. So, that way that they can use their expertise in terms of like policy and things like that to craft the best, policies and rules and regulations for us, so we can, make our Division I experience the best possible.
What's the best thing do you think that you got out of being on that committee? Is there anything that you took away from it? Anything that you know that was implemented?
I think from just like an overall and holistic standpoint, probably the appreciation of the NCAA and how much they do for us. And I think a lot of people don't realize how many stakeholders are involved in every decision. And I know for me, whenever I was talking to them and giving them my perspective, I was talking from the position of being at OU, which is like an elite Power Five school. We have an abundance of money, resources, facilities, and things like that. So whenever I was giving them my perspective, I had to learn how to think about things from I guess an entirety standpoint in terms of not just how this affects me at OU, one of the bigger premier schools, but also thinking about my peers at smaller FCS schools who may not necessarily have as much money to travel and things like that. So I think just being on that committee and being around such great, strategic leaders kind of helped me expand my perspective and broaden my perspective to, consider all the stakeholders and decisions of what goes on.
No, for sure, for sure. Pat, I got two questions for you. First, we know you're from Tulsa, Oklahoma. 918 stand up. Whatever the case may be. The first question was OU always a dream for you? Like, did you grow up being a Sooner fan? I know personally, Jay Hall and I weren't an OU fan growing up. Didn't really know too much about the school. So, you being from Tulsa, was that always a dream of yours?
Definitely. I like always dreamed about it. I remember, watching Coach Murray, and it's crazy because he's our coach now. I remember watching him in like the Red River game, him kind of like tiptoeing that sideline, flipping into the end zone, kind of me trying to do the same thing in my living room. So I've always been, a Sooner fan growing up, and I think there's so many great legends that have came out of Tulsa that have gone on to have success at OU, who I just admire and I respect. Seeing guys like Dom Alexander, Stephen Parker, Trey Brown, guys who have came before me and kind of paved the way. It's always just been like a dream because, like, coming from Oklahoma, typically you don't see too many guys make it and succeed. So whenever you do see your in-home and in-state guys go on from here to put on for OU and win national championships, win conference championships, kind of just makes you dream that much bigger as a kid and as a middle school kid. So that's kind of my experience with everything. Yeah.
Okay, all right, makes sense. And then the second one, also involving Tulsa, is so you started a educational seminar of financial literacy for high school students in Tulsa. What made you want to do that? Is just like a giving back thing, or like what was going through your head when you made that?
I think just me kind of thinking about things that I wish I would have had as a freshman and kind of like guidance and direction, and wisdom that I wish I had as a freshman. And I think for all of us, all of y'all can relate to it. Just knowing how to manage our money and knowing what to do with it, knowing how to be smart, strategic, and things like that. And then also, me just coming from like my background and like knowing like a lot of other kids, they may come from financially disadvantaged backgrounds, and they may be used to like being raised to pinch every penny and things like that. So kind of just like helping guys, understand money and how to be strategic with it, how to set yourself up for the future. And then for a lot of guys, because I really try to target it at like college recruits. So for a lot of guys who are going to go into, Division I programs, they're going to get their monthly stipends and things like that. They're fast for their Pell Grants, money from the bowl games and all that. So, just telling them how to be strategic with it so they can leave college with a little couple dollars in their pocket, things like that, just trying to help guys and give back wisdom. Cause I feel like a lot of us just didn't have that game, whenever we were coming into college, and we kind of had to stumble and follow on our own and then, educate ourselves that way. And I feel like, by giving them this game beforehand, they don't got to make the same stumbles and trips and falls that I did.
No, for sure. I love that. Just as a community, the Black community, we don't do enough to teach our youth about financial literacy and stuff like that. So I think what you did there is great, and I would like to do it like everywhere else because there's other places that need the same education. So I mean, I think with everything you said is great.
Yeah, for sure, Pat. I know we have a whole bunch of conversations, especially about finances and money every now and then. And I swear I would be worth 3 times as much as I am now if I had known just a little bit, man. If I had known just a little bit of what I know now. But moving on to football, man. These are the last few questions we got for you, bro. So you got your first interception of the season?
Yeah.
This past game? Yeah. Talk to us about that, man. Wait, hold on. Before you answer, let me just say I'm so glad. Brady, you know what I'm about to say, right?
I know what you're about to say.
I'm so glad you got out of bounds. Boy, man. We had to get on Deshaun the other day, bro. We had to get on to him bad.
I don't know if you heard our plea on the last podcast, but we pleaded for defensive players. If you cannot score, please, if it's not a walk-in touchdown, just get out of bounds. You know what I'm saying?
Twin, look, I'm not the regular defensive player. You seen I caught the ball, jump cut, made a dude fall.
Oh my god!
Like,
I will say the yards at the catch was nice. You did impress me a little bit.
It was straight reaction though. Like it looks so. Catch the ball, jump cut. Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
boy.
okay. I'm just glad you got out of bounds, baby. But you did run over a cheerleader, so man.
Yeah. You know, I found out. I texted one of my friends. You know, I got class with that some cheerleading team. Got a number, texted her, apologized, and everything. So we all good.
Real stand up.
Oh, y'all all good? Y'all friends now?
I mean, yeah, something like that.
As much as you can be after getting ran over.
Yeah, he's stumbling through that one. He got himself a new buddy. Uh-oh. Hey, so Pat, man, when football's all said and done, you know, I know you're getting your master's in undergrad in accounting. You know, you're about to get this award. Is there anything you want to do? You know, obviously the NFL is on the table, but anything you have in mind you want to
do? Like professionally or like just
whatever. If you don't got an answer, it's all good. The people will just wonder.
I go back and forth. I think with the skills and ability I've been blessed with, I feel like I could go be an executive at a Fortune 500 company. I feel like really I can do anything I set my mind to, especially within the finance industry. So for me, it's kind of just been pinpointing like what specifically I want to do. And I think I don't know. I kind of like think about consulting, and I think about maybe being an executive in a position of leadership and things like that. But I feel like long-term wise, I kind of want to open some type of, facility or something like that in Tulsa, in my hometown, and kind of just expose inner city kids who don't necessarily, because Oklahoma is dead last in the country in terms of funding for education. So given that statistic, you know, we have like a lot of lack of resources in terms of education materials. And my mother's a teacher as well, so I know the struggle that she goes through. So I want to open up kind of like a facility or something like that to kind of expose kids to like STEM, so science, tech, engineering, mathematics. Because like for a lot of kids, you know, you'll see people working at Google, you'll see people in the tech industry, but they start out at an early age. You know, you have kids working at Google at like 16, 17, 18 years old, but it's because they've been exposed to it at an early age. So something along the lines of, you know, exposing kids to kind of like the tech and the engineering aspect of things, as well as, you know, the finance side of things, whether that's in finance or specifically accounting, and just helping kids become more business savvy and things like that. And really going to, you know, inner city, North Tulsa, which is kind of like the lower income side of town, and just, you know, giving hope to kids, showing them that somebody care about them, showing them that they're capable of transcending their environment and you know, achieving more in life. So that's my long-term goal. That's probably the thing that I'm most dead set on. You know, the other stuff, you know, really doesn't matter. I don't really care for how much money or how much quote unquote success I obtain. I feel like I want to just go back and do as much as I can for other people. If that makes sense.
More than just an athlete. I love hearing that type of stuff, man. I love hearing your dreams and aspirations, and I know you'll make all of that, if not most of that, come true. Last thing we got for you, Pat. So like we said before, you're a finalist for the William Campbell Trophy, the academic Heisman. Why should you win? Why should you be the winner? Make your case right now.
Oh man, I don't. To be honest, I understand what you're saying, and I hope I don't mess up the point of it. But like, I really don't care for the outcome of it. You know what I mean? Like God willing, whatever happens, happens. I think thing that is most important, what I pride myself on is like I know every single day I do things to the fullest in terms of academically, in terms of like being a man of character and of gratitude, respect, and things like that. So that's like the most important thing, you know what I mean? Like the trophy would be cool. And then I think with a lot of people on social media, I could go post an image. I could go post an image and like not be that in real life. So I think everything that trophy embodies, like I'm that in real life every single day. And I think that's probably the thing that is like most meaningful to me. You know what I mean? Like the trophy will be cool, God willing, whatever happens with it. You know what I mean? But like I just try not to focus too much on like outcome or like the material things like that, because I don't want to be caught, you know, doing things for a trophy, doing things for a goal or whatever. I just try to be the best individual I can, you know, and whatever God blesses me with, He does, and whatever He doesn't, He doesn't. I just try to live for God, the glory of Him, and you know whatever comes with that comes with it. If I'm a janitor, I'm a janitor. If I'm the wealthiest man in the world, I'm the wealthiest man in the world. You know.
And nothing wrong with being a janitor, man. Honest living.
Right.
Well, Patrick, thank you so much for coming on to the show, man. We've really enjoyed having you. Is there anything you want to say before you leave? Anybody you want to shout out?
Hey man, y'all know I live a private life. I don't do too much, man.
There you have it, Sooner Nation. Patrick Fields, Pat, again, thank you so much for your time, man. We really appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, Pat.
No problem.